Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jocelyn, and for today's topic, I'm going to discuss the latest travel restrictions. All passengers to the Philippines must register through the Onehealthpass within 3 days of arrival. No exceptions. Here's the actual website, onehealthpass.com.ph. I'm going to show you how to use the Onehealthpass and fill out the form. Once you get into the dashboard, find the blue icon 1 and register. There is the word register under the blue icon. Okay, there is actually a time frame where you will have to register. You will have to register within 3 days of arrival in the Philippines. In addition to registration to Onehealthpass, you must also prepare your proof of vaccination and also your 48 hours of negative test. While filling out the form, you must upload these documents. Okay, let's go on to the travel details. The most important classification is your passenger type. On the left side, you will see the classification: foreign national, non-overseas Filipino worker, and overseas Filipino worker. Make sure that you input the correct classification. So let me provide the classifications here. For foreign nationals, those who possess foreign passports, such as native foreign nationals or foreign tourists or former Filipino citizens. Another classification, non-overseas Filipino worker. These are Philippine passport holders, students studying abroad, Filipino tourists abroad, also permanent residents abroad even if working. Also, dual citizens are also under the non-overseas Filipino worker classification. For overseas Filipino worker, these are also Philippine passport holders living and working abroad on a temporary basis, whether documented or undocumented. Let's move on to filling out the Onehealthpass. Make sure that you have the correct information, such as your passport information and flight details. You must register within 3 days of your arrival in the Philippines. The platform won't let you enter any information if you do it more than 3 days. For example, today is the 24th of February, and then you try to enter March 1st. It will not allow you to register. So the registration must be done within 3 days of your arrival or prior to your departure. Select type of port of entry, airport, arriving as passenger or crew. Select aircraft passenger, and your classification will be foreign national. And then hit next. Let's move on to the health declaration registration platform. First, the personal profile. All fields with red asterisk must be filled out. Last name, first name, middle name. Please enter your birth date, and it will automatically add your age. Enter or select male or female. Civil status, there are several options: single, married, widowed, divorced, annulled, or separated. Let's select divorced. Your nationality, let's say American. There is a drop-down menu and you can just select. Enter your passport number. Next is your contact number. So you must enter a 10-digit number. So I tried to enter this number, but it won't let me and then enter your email address. This is important. Also your occupation. Let's say you are a consultant. Okay, one of the most important information is your contact number. The value cannot be shorter than 10 characters. So just enter 10 numbers. Please bear with me as I fill out the information here. Okay, let's move on to the residence details. You must enter the house number where you are going to go home, not necessarily to quarantine. You are not required to quarantine if you are fully vaccinated. These are only for purposes of adding your residence details. It's possible that Onehealthpass was not updated during this time. It's easy to provide information for the residence details because you just need to use the drop-down menu for your province, municipality, or barangay. Let's move on to the residence details. Country or territory of port of exit, where you are coming from. Select the country, for example, United States, and your airport or your port of entry. You can select, let's say, Mactan Cebu International Airport. And then the airline name. There's a drop-down menu. Just select your airline. Let's say United Airlines. Also for the flight number, you can select the flight number or you can select others and specify the flight information. Your date of departure, when are you leaving your country of origin? Let's say the 24th, or let's say the 25th, and then enter the date of arrival. For some reason, the date of arrival has been defaulted to 2/25. Okay, let's move on to the type of traveler. For foreign national, there's a drop-down menu. Select tourist, and your purpose of travel is tourism. And then your address abroad, your address from the country of origin. Because we have already entered the residence details. The residence details is your address in the Philippines, and for the address abroad is your address from the country of origin. Let's move on to the vaccine information. Have you been vaccinated? If yes, you must enter the first dose, the date of first dose. Let's say, for example, November 1st of 2021. You must also select the vaccine name and the country where you were vaccinated. Select USA. Let's move on. Second dose. Answer yes. Let's say January or December 1st. Name of vaccine. And then the country where you were vaccinated. United States. This is a long drop-down menu for US. And then you must upload the vaccine card. You must upload it in PDF, JPEG, JPG, or PNG format. And then if you see the note here, the verifiable vaccination card, there are now new updated list of countries, and I'm going to show you at the end of this video. You must also upload the COVID-19 RT-PCR test result taken 48 hours. It must be within 48 hours before your departure. Answer yes. And then you must also enter the date of swab. Countries traveled. Select the first country, for example, USA. Use the drop-down menu again. And then if you have a layover in a different country, you must also select that country. For example, you have a layover in Japan. Select Japan. If you have another country of layover, select the third country. Let's move on to the exposure history. If you say yes, you must enter the date of contact. If you say no, no other information provided. Clinical information, have you been sick? No. If yes, there are symptoms. Just click on the symptoms, and if there's no, then no. Comorbidities, specify, and then we move on to the data privacy and affidavit of undertaking. Make sure to read all the statements. There are 3 statements here, and please be aware of the information you are providing. And then put a check mark if you are attesting to all the information. And then the CAPTCHA security, enter the letters and the number. Once you are done, hit submit, and then wait for the transaction number. Based on the latest IATF resolution, here are the list of countries with vaccination certificate acceptance or recognition. This is only for purposes of providing acceptable proof of vaccination. So if you have been vaccinated in these countries, the COVID certificate will be recognized in the Philippines. So please take note of this list of countries. This is under the third option of acceptable proof of vaccination in the Philippines. Also, passengers from the US can present the CDC card as a stand-alone proof of vaccination, and it is acceptable under the third option. If you have any other questions or comments, please post them down below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you guys for supporting my channel. And if you haven't liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. I always welcome new subscribers. Thank you guys for supporting my channel. I hope everyone is staying safe and have a great day.